everyone, and thank you for joining me on another week's episode of House and Home. Hope you're all doing well. The weather around the country and in Pom has been very unpredictable lately, so make sure you keep warm and steam bath if you feel like you're developing a cough or cold. The House and Home team have put together an exciting lineup for you all. Coming up, we have our health and medical segment with the Pacific International Hospital. And later on, we head over to the Port Moresby Nature Park and we speak to our good friend Junior Muli, and he tells us about the different types of tree plants. Hello everyone, once again, my name is Lydia and thank you for joining me on this week's episode of House and Home. First up on our show and back by popular demand is a talented young lady who goes by the name of Beatrice Bal. Beatrice owns and runs a mobile makeup business service within the city. If you missed out on Beatrice's story in our previous episode, here's Beatrice again with her story.
Hi everyone, I am Beatrice Bal. I am from Simbu province. I am a third-year student at UPNG, business student. I am 22 years old. I come from a family of 5 and I am based in Port Moresby. I run a mobile-based makeup service where I tend to go to my clients to do their makeup, or either they come to me and I do the makeup for them. I do the makeup on my own, but it depends on the occasion. If there is a wedding makeup, I get help from my friends. When I first started off, it was quite a struggle for me, but throughout studying in here in UPNG, I learned a few about management and that helped me with the business. So now and also because of COVID, the introduction of the Google Classroom made it easier for me to stay at home or where I am with my clients and also check my notes. So when I'm waiting for them, I go through my notes or do my assignment. And yes, since I graduated from high school, which was in 2019, I started doing it on myself. And starting of 2020, I started doing it on the clients, most females in school and yes, my family relatives, and then that's how I started. So the types of makeup services that I provide are, the first is the natural glam. So the natural glam is like an everyday makeup look that you want to do when you want to go to work. You want to look formal and you want the makeup to be subtle, not too much and not too heavy. That's the natural glam. The soft glam is it's always in between natural and full glam.
Okay.
So it's just you put on your makeup, but you want to at least stand out a little bit, so you add a little eyeshadow with lashes, just light lashes, and lip color, that any shade there. And for the full glam, it's a full coverage makeup. You have full coverage foundation, different types of eyeshadows and lashes, as well as all the different shades of lipstick. And also I do professional makeup glam. That's for any formal event or functions or like photographs. I usually go to where my clients are taking their pictures and I just make sure the makeup settles in and everything is perfect on camera, then I leave. So I offer the services. With the services, I bring along my own makeup kit. So I basically use my own makeup on my clients. So I have done makeup for Anna Baez, Sylvia Pascoe, and Michelle Alpha. I have also collaborated with Pom City Air Station. They offer different air services and different types of air as well. So I go there to do most of the clients' makeup as well. I have done most makeup for graduates at UPNG and other tertiary institutions around Port Moresby. I have done wedding makeup, and along with kids makeup, like they want something really light, not too much, just rainbow makeup. When I was in high school, I was a boarding student at Marionville Secondary School. It's an all-girls school, and in that school we learned how to express ourselves as females. It's a lovely school. So from there we had free times. So we had study times, and the times were all divided. So on my free time, I had a collection of little makeup. So I would like usually do it on my friends, and I used to see their reaction, and that like really inspired me to, you know, get into it and like expand my talent. Like I would learn to do all different, like learn more skills from that when I go home, like watch it on YouTube and all this. And yeah, that's basically what inspired me, the reaction of my friends. Yes. So I want to make sure that I have like brands that are more suitable for Papua New Guineans women, like Papua New Guinean women. Some of my clients from Bougainville, like they tell me, oh, do I need makeup or not? They do. Everyone should wear makeup and feel beautiful. If you want to wear it, you should be able to wear it. So I want to make sure that the makeup product that I bring into Papua New Guinea is going to be suitable for every skin tone, and it's going to be, it can make them feel good and not wanting to wear makeup. Yeah. The brands that I use are LA Girl. They are US brought-in products. I get them from Trends. Also Wet n Wild, the different type of brands that I use. And also I usually buy all my lipstick from Bilas Cosmetics. It's very nice. It's not too much, it's just perfect for your lips. So if you want to add there, they are based at Steamship's compound, so yes. So if you have an idea, start on that. And if you are doing something small and if it's generating profit, do not stop, keep on going. Hi everyone, you could find me on my page on Facebook at Beatrice Bal or Instagram at Makeup by TrisB21, or you can WhatsApp my business number, which is 723999274.
Thank you, Beatrice, once again for sharing your story with us. Well, there you have it, viewers. If you're looking for someone who's hardworking, dedicated, and always on the go to glam you up, you can contact Beatrice on the contact details she's provided for you. You're watching House and Home. Stay with us. We'll be back with more. Welcome back to the show. Up next is our health and medical segment with the Pacific International Hospital. We speak to Dr. Baki, a pediatrician consultant at the hospital, and she talks to us about how to handle newborn babies, when to bathe them, when to feed them, and the right type of nutrients to give to a newborn baby. Here's Dr. Baki.
I am Dr. Baki. I'm the pediatrician at Pacific International Hospital. And this morning I decided to talk about something that I get asked a lot. And this is in regards to newborn babies. And I get a lot of questions from mainly the new parents, new mothers. So we will touch on some practical aspects of dealing with newborn babies. A newborn baby, in the medical definition, a neonate is someone who is less than a month old. So in this period, the newborn baby brings a lot of joy to the family. Everyone's so excited about the additional member of the family. But this is also a very critical period for a newborn baby. We don't realize that the newborn has to make adjustments for survival outside of the womb now. So the first 24 hours is very critical. Supposing the delivery had all gone well, the baby's body still needs adjustments. So the baby now has to learn to breathe, and that transition has to go well for the baby to be normal. The baby has to learn how to suck, breathe, keep the body warm. So all those things are happening. We are all very happy about the baby, but the baby is going through its own, adjustments to make its survival. It is important that hygiene is maintained. We should not be overexcited and pass the baby around as if the baby is a doll. We should keep the baby warm, maintain hand hygiene when we are, dealing with the baby, and keep the baby isolated. Like minimal handling is best, so we keep germs off the baby. In PNG society, when babies go home, they tend to, make big kai-kais and, pass baby around or take the baby and introduce to family members. That is something that should be avoided as much as possible, so you don't expose your baby to other family members who have coughs and colds. When should I bathe my baby? When should I wash my baby? In the first 24 hours, baby's not dirty. You don't need to wash the baby. Try to defer that bathing of the baby to later on. It can be even a month later. All you need to do is just wipe the baby down, because as I have said earlier, the baby newborn has to learn to maintain their body temperatures. And it is not advisable to wash baby immediately after birth. So if you're at home 48 hours later, you can wipe the baby down from head first, then down to other, lower part of the body. With diaper changes, you're already doing the wipes on the bottom end, so it's really not necessary to dip or submerge baby in a dish until the baby is a little bit older. A little bit older, I mean towards the end of the first month of life. How often should I feed my baby? If you have a term baby who's good enough size, the baby will dictate to you. So what we call as feeding on demand. So when baby feeds until he or she's satisfied, then sleeps, then the next time wakes up, will cry for feed or change of diapers. So that's more feeding on demand. For babies that are born a little bit smaller, you need to make sure that this baby is not sleeping beyond 4 to 6 hours. So that's why many mothers, when they get home, they get advised to wake baby up every 3 to 4 hours and feed the baby, and that's the reason for it. But normally it's feeding on demand, so the baby will dictate to you when he or she is hungry. Other things like, how do I know if my baby is sick? Or how do I know if my baby is in pain? So babies don't talk to you, but they have a form of communication. If baby is miserable or crying a lot, you have to find out what could the possible reason why baby is crying a lot. So could be discomfort, could be wet diapers. And if you've done everything possible and baby is not well, and refusing to feed is a clue that the baby might be sick. In the first month of life, babies don't usually have, show the classical, symptoms of being unwell, like fever. It's more close observation from the mother when the baby is not the usual self. So if your baby is not feeding as usual, sleeping way too much or crying way too much, then seek help. Seek help because there could be something wrong. Don't wait for high temperatures because in the newborn baby they may be sick without even having a high temperature. When you have a newborn baby and you get discharged from the hospital, do not go for good. In the first week of a baby's life, it's very important to make contact with your healthcare provider. So you either go back to your doctor or to the clinic because in that first week, things can go wrong. The baby may not feed well because the mother is a new mother, doesn't know how to hold the baby properly, or mother might have issues with the nipple, and that, if it's a new mother, she will need help with that. Baby might get jaundice, that's yellowness of the body, yellowness of the eyes, and that needs to be looked at because if untreated, can cause brain damage. In the first week of life too, we need to check the baby to make sure that baby is actually gaining weight and not dropping too much weight where baby can get dehydrated. So feeding issues can be also addressed during that period. The other issue or other question raised is what milk should I give my baby? Breast milk. Breast milk is the best. You cannot go wrong there. You give breast milk, more breast milk. In this society, a lot of working mothers have to leave their babies, unfortunately, and go to work because, we need two income earners. And in those sort of situations, try as much as possible to give your breast milk, if you have to, through the bottle if you have already introduced bottle feeding. Instead of using the formula, get a breast pump and get express breast milk and use that to feed your baby while you're away at work. There are circumstances where breastfeeding or breast milk may not be allowed for a small population of people. If they choose that option, then it is important that they must learn how to look after their bottles, sterilize them, and the milk preparation so the baby doesn't get contaminated milk given. Maternal diet, that is a very important aspect. After delivery, she's still recovering. So in order for her recovery, a mother should be looked after well. Her diet should be maintained so she recovers, repairs herself, as well as have breast milk for the infant or for the newborn, neonate. Yeah. And moving on from the first week, then from first, according to the Papua New Guinea immunization schedules, we start all our vaccines from 1 month. So a month, 2 months, 3 months. So like monthly visits for baby to be weighed, to be seen by a health worker, as well as get the vaccines done. So the key messages wrapping up for a baby, newborn baby, prevention of infection is very important in the first month of life. Breast milk is an important aspect in that, prevention of infection because breast milk has properties that are not in the formula. So as much as possible, every mother should breastfeed. If not possible to breastfeed because of work commitment, should make an effort to get a breast pump and give their own milk rather than formula. I'm Dr. Baki. I am the pediatrician at the Pacific International Hospital. I provide service on daily basis. We have a nursery, a neonatal intensive care unit that can take care of babies. So if you are expecting a baby and you need discussion on how you're going to go about it, please feel free to come in and have a chat with me.
Thank you, Dr. Bucky and the Pacific International Hospital for those helpful and important tips on how to handle a newborn baby. You're watching House and Home. Don't go away. When we come back, we head on over to the Port Moresby Nature Park and we speak to our good friend Junior Muli.
Hi everyone, thanks for having me back on the show. My name is Junior Muli. I'm the horticulture team leader here at Port Moresby Nature Park. And for today's segment, we are going to talk about different types of trees that we grow in the park. For the landscaping trees, some of the species that we have, this one here is, as we all know, the frangipani. This scientific name for this variety is Plumeria robusta. We have the bushida here, and then we have the maniltoa, we have the lilipili, we have the saraka, the flowering trees. So these are all those trees that produce better ornamental looks, and it creates a facial uplift in the synthesis. Also with me, I have shade trees. Rosewood, especially this is the weeping one. Scientific name is Pterocarpus indicus. I have Terminalia, and I have some common mosquito tree, or dua is called the neem tree. Its scientific name is Azadirachta indica. The bait tree, botanical name, or the scientific name is Ardenanthera pavonina. And some other shade trees that give excellent shade. I have the bullet trees also. Different categories of trees. I have some fruit trees. Also with me, I have the mango and some nuts like Terminalia. And we do have also some of the hardwood, hardwood trees like timber product. We also do have quilla in stock. It's one of the rare timber species that we have in the park. Its botanical name or scientific name is Instia buzica. Also we have some pine. For this one here is the oak pine. Scientific name is Araucaria kuniningi, Planchonia, and some other timber tree species that we have. Apart from this, we do have forest species also, and also we have savanna species. So with us we have varieties of trees. Mostly we do sell them for 10 kina, as low as 10 kina for each seedlings, and going up to the bigger ones is we have 20 kina, and we have 50 kina, and we have 100 kina. So these are the different types of trees and their pricing that we have. So if you're thinking of buying a plant, this is the opportunity you have. So you can come along to Port Moresby Nature Park on the 26th to 28th and see what we have in stock, and have yourself a plant and take it home. That's all we have for the show. With that, my name is Junior Muli, and see you next time.
Thank you, Junior Muli. It is always a pleasure to have you on the show. Well, there you have it, viewers. You had it from the plant specialist. Plants give out oxygen, so make sure you have enough plants around your house. And also, the Port Moresby Nature Park is having a plant sale from the 26th to the 28th of August. So if you want to buy a plant, you can head on down to the Port Moresby Nature Park and buy a plant to support the park. You're watching House and Home. Please don't go away. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Now, before we wrap up our show, this Friday, the 26th of August, is National Repentance Day. National Repentance Day is a public holiday that is observed in Papua New Guinea on the 26th of August since it was established in 2011. The day is generally celebrated by prayer ceremonies across the country. A little bit of history of Repentance Day. The holiday was first established by Prime Minister Peter O'Neill after he became Prime Minister back in 2011. It was made a public holiday at the request of a group of churches. The date has no obvious religious or historical significance, though at the time Pastor Jack Edward from the Shema Evangelism Ministry, the Repentance Day coordinator, said that the public holiday is observed on what is an annual informal day of prayer. Papua New Guinea undoubtedly considers itself a religious country, with 95% of the population saying that they were Christians in the 2011 census, with 70% of those following Protestant denominations. So let's do our part as individuals this Friday, the 26th of August, and join hands with our nation and pray for a stronger, better Papua New Guinea. Well, there you have it, viewers. That is all we have for you for this week's episode. Thank you so much for joining me. It was an absolute pleasure to have your company. Now, if you're an SME owner or if you have a small business at home that you want to feature on our House and Home program, you can contact me on the contact details showing up on your screen. On behalf of the House and Home crew and I, you enjoy the rest of your week. Take care, keep smiling, and we'll see you same time next week.